Five.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Beach Boss. Sorry that we're a minute late. We had to wait for our guest of honor today, Jonathon Kinchen. He just couldn't get dressed for the show. Where's your Hawaiian shirt? I'm even wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
I got to save them for the shows. I only got like 40 of them.
Do you change multiple times a day?
No, just on the Big Fox show I did.
Okay, because I swear I was like watching you and I was like, wait, he was wearing flamingos earlier, and then I thought you were wearing something else.
That was the only show I did the switcheroo.
So when you are picking out your shirt for the day, so I'm just jumping right into fashion. Does any thought go into it, or it's just like, eh?
Yeah, there's Wednesday shirts and there's Saturday shirts.
Okay, I like that. I have Wednesday dresses and Saturday dresses, so I get it.
Yeah, so it depends.
In case you're new, by the way, this is Jonathon Kinchen. He is our guest today on Beach Boss. Our reigning Beach Boss right now is Ray Paulick, and every week we bring in a head-to-head competitor, and this week it is JK. And if you don't know JK, I don't know, maybe you don't know anything about horse racing. Way back in the day, we found him at Del Mar, and now he's a big superstar on Fox. Along the way, he has won the NHC, so this should be a really great showdown here. JK, thanks for joining us, and I know that you're all the way on the other side of the country in Saratoga. How's it going out there in New York?
Been good so far. It's been fun. Fun meet, good racing. Obviously, it's been tricky without having the fans here. It's one of the best parts of Saratoga and the city as a whole, but it's a little bit easier to get dinner reservations nowadays. But it's still, we'd rather have the fans here.
What about the situation about breakfast? Have you gone to Mrs. London's yet?
I have been there, not this trip, but I've been there before.
I feel like every person that we talk to on this show has not been to Mrs. London's yet, and I'm dying. Like, someone mail me a croissant, please.
The Sweet Mimi's is good. Have you been, or not Sweet Mimi's, that it's called, or would they have the cinnamon roll pancakes?
Oh no, I haven't.
It's right next door to Hattie's. I think it's called Sweet
exactly
Mimi's.
What I need. Well, you know, Hattie's is better at the track because that's where you can get the chicken sandwich. Because if you go to Hattie's, you can't get the chicken sandwich.
I know. People get mad about that.
I got mad about that. I was like, screw it. We're just going to go to Hattie's. And I was like, what do you mean there's no chicken sandwich? Like, that's all I wanted. All right. So this week, we're going to, let's actually recap last week real quick. So last week,
no, let's not do that.
Billy Koch came with the 50-win place on Bodacita and crushed that. I don't remember who Ray picked, but he definitely, as it says down there, got beat.
Yeah. Bull Recall. He or was it Bull Recall? I'm trying to forget. The horse, 4-5 favorite in blue.
Well, you know, she's a very tricky horse, though.
You know, I was worried about the pace, and the pace didn't materialize, and
right.
You know, she needed the pace. So.
Well, I mean, I feel like if Billy's like on this level, JK is probably a step above. So, are you worried this week, Ray?
Well, and I'm not worried. I know when I'm beat, and I was beat when they told me that JK was the guy. I got no shot.
Well, then I feel like you should just pick the longest shot on the board and go like 50-win place just in case. What's going to be your strategy?
You know, Billy used inside information. He has a relationship with Richard Baltus, and I know Jonathon would never do that. He's strictly handicap.
So trust me, I'll do whatever it takes.
You know, Ray, to be fair, when we were on Fox together this year, I kicked JK's butt on several occasions in head-to-head competition. It is absolutely possible.
That is true.
Well,
that's what's great about this game. Anybody can win.
Like I said, he's so focused on Saratoga. Maybe he didn't bring his A game to Del Mar. By the way, Jonathon, the weather at Saratoga has been phenomenal, right?
So far, so good.
Yeah.
I think we've lost maybe 5 turf races, I think, so far, halfway through.
And the show is enjoyable. Really loving it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, well, I'm proud to be a part of the team. Michelle, obviously, was with us a lot this year as well. And it's a fun group to work with, a lot of different perspectives, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun to be on it.
Yeah.
I really love Cart Talk.
Thank you.
I don't know where you got those interview skills, but man, you kill it. It's so good.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get Chad next week, maybe, and then maybe the Ortiz brothers the week after that, and then we'll see what happens.
You know what? I did a really great sit down cup of coffee with Chad for Breeders' Cup. If you can get Chad, he to open up. He is really good. He'll give you some great knowledge.
I've got some ideas.
Yeah, I like it. All right, well, let's talk about today. So today's feature in the Beat Ray contest, which, by the way, anybody at home can play. All you have to do is go on to dmtc.com and you go to handicapping, go to contest, and it's free to sign up. The winner at the end of all of this gets to be in a drawing to get free tickets to Breeders' Cup when it is going to be run at Del Mar next year. So that's a huge prize. It's definitely worth it, especially for a free entry. So this week or this day, it's the Solana Beach Stakes, 4 Calbred fillies going a mile on the grass. 2 scratches out of here. Smiling Shirley was an early scratch, but I think a pretty big scratch this morning, a big sweep for Mark Glatt. And Ray, where are you going to land today?
Well, I was on big sweep because I think that Mucho Unusual is vulnerable as a favorite, and she'll be a heavy favorite. Tim Yakteen has 2 horses in here. Mucho Unusual is one. The other is Cordiality, who's the speedier of the 2. The other one is, I think that Cordiality with Umberto Rispoli might be able to sneak away on the lead and have enough to hold off her stablemate. So I'm putting everything on Cordiality to win.
100 to win, all in right there. I feel like yesterday Rispoli took a little bit of heat for maybe some of his rides, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but he went on social media and completely owned up to it. He was like, I had a terrible day. Every hole I wanted wasn't there. Every decision I made was the wrong one, but I'm going to get you your money back. So maybe you got some confidence rolling in for today, Ray.
Well, that I can't say that came into play, but I did see that. And, he likes to put horses. He's pretty aggressive with them early. He likes to put them in a contending position, and he likes to save ground. And yesterday it cost him when he tried to save ground in a couple of races, and he just never got any place to run.
All right, JK, the Solana Beach, you don't have to put all your money on one horse. You can spread it around. You can go win, place, show, whatever you'd like to do. What is going to be your strategy here to try and beat Ray?
Well, I'm pretty competitive. And so when I thought about this, I was wearing out our producers asking for the rules to make sure I took advantage of every single rule possible.
He's like, every horse. I want 10 to place on every horse.
$98 to win on Mucho Unusual, and $2 to show. I do not want a tie here. If Cordiality doesn't get the job done, then I'll be there to sneak in with a little show money.
I love that. That is the first time that we have seen that angle with the $2 to show. But I like it. That's a very realistic saber bet, right?
Yeah, well, I don't want to tie if we both miss. I want to at least try to get her on the board. And to be honest, I just think she's the most talented in the field. Obviously, they thought enough of her to send her to Keeneland to run in the Grade 1 against Rushing Fall. And not only was she chasing Rushing Fall, she was chasing a loose Rushing Fall, closing into a slow pace, one of my favorite angles in turf racing. Not a lot of people see that. If someone gets in trouble in the stretch, everyone sees it. Closing into slow paces is one of my favorite angles. So I went with Mucho Unusual here. She knows the stablemate, her biggest competition. They've been working together in the mornings. I think she'll be tough to beat in here. Awesome.
We're looking forward to that race. It's going to be race number 9 today at Del Mar with a post time of 6:12 p.m. Pacific. JK, do you want to touch a little bit about some maybe fond Del Mar memories for you? I know you and I first became acquainted at Del Mar. Is that your number 1 favorite memory of where the surf meets the turf?
It is. That was the first time I'd ever been to Del Mar. I got to see Zenyatta run that day, and then obviously I got to be on Me and You. And
that was so fun.
An epic edition of Me and You.
It's something that I think has been played more now than ever before. I am totally like bandwagoning on you.
And then there's also something else I don't know if you know about, but
what?
We'll watch it first. Here we go.
Is there going to be sound for it?
Goodies. It's time for Me
there
and
is.
You. Michelle.
Wolfie's shirt's my favorite part of
here
this.
in the winner's circle with my Me and You contestant for this week. Jonathan, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Who is that guy?
From Texas.
And
Look
what'd
at
you come
your
here
hair.
To see Zenyatta tomorrow.
They came all the way from Texas. He brought his wife just to see Zenyatta, and they said it's on their bucket list to be on TBG. So I made something happen for you. I hope you're excited. Now we talked about the game. Are you familiar with it, or?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay, so for anyone not familiar with it, basically I have 8 horse racing related terms. Jonathan has a minute and a half to guess them based on the clues that I'm going to give. So are you ready?
Yep.
I'm ready. Okay, and we're off. The race is not a long distance race. It's a short. It's called a
Sprint.
A horse. It's a male horse under the age of 5.
Colt.
What do you put on the horse's face?
A bridle.
Good. What's the thing that you carry around the racetrack?
Program.
Good. If you go, you're supposed to carry 116 pounds, but you're actually carrying 120. You are
116 apprentice.
no. But you're carrying too much.
Wait.
What kind of weight are you?
Oh, you're overweight.
Good job. What color was Curlin?
Bay.
No.
Brown.
No. It's also something that you roast during Christmas. What's this?
You don't want me to answer that. What is
Yes,
it?
what is it?
Oh, chestnut.
Oh, good job.
Okay.
If you're not over your,
Under.
and then the second part of this word is if you're not standing up, you can be.
Uh-oh.
Sitting down.
No, when you stretch.
Laying.
Yes.
Underlay.
Yeah,
Underlay.
good job. The person that helps out with the gate crew.
Assistant starter.
Yes. Good. You did it. You won $100 TVG gambling money. Congratulations. I'm glad you came all the way out here. Good luck watching Zenyatta tomorrow. We're a winner.
That was funny. I laugh every time at that.
The fun fact is that $100 gift card to TVG, I lived in Texas, so I couldn't get a TVG account. I have no idea where it's at. I never used it.
Well, I
still
think
can't, right?
that's the goal with like whenever they hand out free stuff, whereas the majority of people won't use them.
Right, exactly. They got me.
Right.
And
That was
another
funny.
fun fact is I bet you don't even remember this, but that day I told you that I had brought my Zenyatta bobblehead and you took it to the room for me and you got it signed.
I don't remember that.
And I still have it.
I am so nice.
You are.
That's cool. I'm glad that was able to work out. That clip just makes me laugh every single time. Is that your favorite Del Mar memory? Have you been more times than that? Did you come after that? I don't even know.
Oh yeah, I've been like 100 times since then, sitting out on the veranda, and I was there for Gun Runners Breeders' Cup. Obviously, I was there for. I've been there for 5 or 6 of the Del Mar contests that Chris Barr puts on, and I'd be there this year if it wasn't for the travel. Even last year when I was here full time, I made sure that Tony, my boss at Naira and Fox, knew that I was going to take those 2 days off. I flew on the red eye. I came to Del Mar. I played in the contest, and I was back in Saratoga on Monday.
Well, now I'm glad that you mentioned that because the contest is going to be coming up next weekend. It's the Pacific Classic contest at Del Mar. Are you going to be playing in it because now you play online?
Yeah, but I don't have the account you need. But
okay,
so I can't.
Got it.
But because being in Texas, but no, it's one of my favorite contests of the entire year. I consider it kind of a major. There's the Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge, the NHC, the Del Mar contest every summer. Like I said, I always make sure that I try to get out there. And if you're going to be betting that much money, you should play anyways. And then people always ask me, how did you end up on TV? The answer is contests. I was playing in contests. I met people. I got involved playing. It's just there's nothing better than hitting a bet, except for hitting a bet and then seeing your name on a leaderboard.
Right. The contest that you're speaking of is the Pacific Classic Betting Challenge at Del Mar. You can play along on TVG. It's a $4,000 buy-in, and $3,000 of that goes to a live money bankroll, and the other $1,000 goes towards the prize pool. So the beauty of it really is the fact that there's no takeout from this. So all the money put in is going to be paid out, and then some. There's huge prizes, including $65,000 to the winner, and this is limited to 180 entrants only. So it's kind of like jump on it now if you want to get in, and 2 entries per person. So if you are interested in doing that, even if you don't get to try and play along with Jonathon, who is excluded from this contest, you can go on to dmtc.com. Ray, have you ever played in a contest?
I have not played in this contest.
Have you ever played in a contest? Like, do you like contests at all?
I got a full-time job, so I don't. I figured when I'm retired, I'll have plenty of time and not enough money. But now that I have enough money, I don't have the time. It's one of those things.
That's hilarious.
No,
all right, guys.
I've been to Vegas for the big tournament, and it's. Mm-hmm. I mean, those are serious players. Like nobody wants to go out and eat because they're all working, and it's. I have a lot of respect for tournament players, and this is a live money tournament where I'm just sometimes you have to say I don't have what these guys have. These guys are so creative in finding huge exactas because what you can in this tournament you can play.
Yeah, you can go all in.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I bet $14,000 on a double with Unique Bella to Roadster when he made the debut.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
I
did
still
you
didn't
win?
win.
Huh?
I still didn't win.
Yeah. So I mean, they're in another league, you know. So I admire what they do, and there's a lot of good players out there. And you know, look, if Billy Koch beats me, what chance do I have, you know, in a handicapping contest like this?
You just never know. JK, tell our viewers where we can see you. Obviously, you've been doing
He's
Fox.
everywhere.
What else you got going on?
Yeah, I'm heading over there in a minute. I'm on today for the last, well, from the 6th on. So the whole pick 6 I'll be on. I'll be on every day for the rest of the meet, pretty much on FS1, FS2, or, you know, I always tell people I just watch it on YouTube. It's easier. You don't have to worry about the channel changing and all that stuff. What else? In the Money Podcast.
In the Money Podcast.
Yeah, in the moneypodcast.com. My last week's episode was JK+1 with Bob Baffert. We went for an hour and a half. His AirPods died. And I was like, Bob, I know you're busy. I'll let you go. And he's like, no, let's go some more. And we went for another hour. So 2.5 hours with Bob last week. So check that out as well.
But he only told 2 stories the whole time.
He told more than that. He told more than that. A few more.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to see today if you can beat Ray. And again, if you were at home and you want to do your best to try and beat Ray, go on to dmtc.com, go to handicapping, and go to contest. It is free to enter, and you can play against Ray every day. Even though we only do a head-to-head once a week, you can play against Ray any day that there is racing at Del Mar. And don't forget, if you are at home and you're watching along at the races, hashtag Turf Club at Home Turf Club, so that we can see what you are doing there. And guys, thank you so much. We'll be cheering on both of your horses. And looking forward to seeing what the scoreboard's going to be at the end of the day.
Should be fun. Hold on, Michelle, before you go, I'm going to show you something. Look.
Oh, yeah, tell me.
Hold on. Look at this. I bring it with me.
You brought it with you. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank
How
you.
cool. Now you can do me a favor. I want one of those Chad Brown camo hats that he's got going on social media.
I'll work that out for you.
Okay, tell him. All right, thanks, JK. Thanks, Ray. We'll talk to you guys later, and we'll see you here next week for Beach Boss.